Before, I think we lived in the realm of unspoken expectation and then be very frustrated with one another because you're not doing the thing that I want you to do, but I actually didn't tell you that this is what I want.
The crazy part is the way you communicate can turn a not so bad situation into really bad.
I expected you to just know that because you're supposed to know me because you love me.
Right.
Which is, I think, where a lot of couples.
Shouts out to us for making 15 years. And getting the chance to hang out on the beach while we celebrate.
Pretty epic.
While we're out here, we'll probably just talk about what those 15 years has meant to us. And hopefully you can learn a lot and gain some value from our experience, our ups and downs, our challenges, our failures, our successes.
Yeah.
And we're just going to share as much as we can with you. So here we go.
It's the 15.
Here's the 15.
One thing that we feel is very different from where we were 15 years ago to where we are now.
One of the things that's definitely different for us now than 15 years ago, what I would say our expectations for each other.
Yeah.
I think the expectations and our communication, because when you have certain expectations and you have certain things that you want to like get across, it changes the way you communicate with each other.
Yeah.
It changes the way that you view each other, the way that you interpret certain situations, the way that you go through the different like challenges of marriage.
Yeah.
And even the crazy part is the way you communicate can turn a not so bad situation into really bad.
Very fast.
And that's happened to us.
A lot of times.
Where we are, like it was just something that it was not bad at all. And we all of a sudden, like, we escalate from 0 to 100.
Yep.
And it's like, how do we get here? We've ruined a perfectly great time.
We had a lot of ruined birthdays.
Birthdays
were bad.
Holidays.
And we
trips.
celebrated for a whole week. Any trip we had was always going to be a fight.
Yeah.
Especially if we had to be in the car with each other.
Not always. The way you communicate
Yeah.
in any moment can drastically change the situation from good to worse, from okay to worse or bad, from good to bad, from bad to good.
Mm-hmm.
It's just all about how you communicate.
From good to tumultuous.
Yeah. Sorry.
Something lighthearted and it can go bad. But
What would you think? What would you say?
I was kind of giggling to myself because I was going to say the exact, like literally the same thing.
Oh, okay.
I think that we have learned to communicate our expectations better. Before, I think we lived in the realm of unspoken expectation and then be very frustrated with one another because you're not doing the thing that I want you to do, but I actually didn't tell you that this is what I want. I expected you to just know that because you're supposed to know me because you love me.
Right.
Which is, I think, where a lot of couples fall into that trap is, well, if you love me, you should just know what I want.
You should be able to read my mind.
But that's not a thing for anybody.
Can't you tell what I meant? No.
I couldn't. That's why I made the decision that I made, because I can't read your mind. And so I think you and I have definitely grown tremendously in that space. And I think even when we were trying to speak our expectations, it would always be so direct and so blunt and not always with compassion or consideration for the other.
Yeah.
And I think we have really grown past that.
Yeah.
So now, we can speak our expectations, but also be considerate of one another. Like, yes, this is what I would like to happen, but I also understand that you have X, Y, and Z happening.
Right. Yeah, we're both very like at times very literal, very
Blunt.
yeah, calculated people.
Yeah.
And a lot of that just has to do with our professions and just the way our minds work. So I think our communication styles are like very direct.
Yeah,
And,
very logic based,
yeah,
less
yes.
less emotional.
Yeah, fact based.
Yeah.
And so when it comes to relationships, your marriage, you have to be open to like interpreting the moment, interpreting how does your spouse feel, or interpreting like reading the room.
Yeah.
You just have to get good at that. And so yes, after 15 years, we have definitely gotten better at communicating, reading the room, setting our expectations, just having more realistic expectations for each other.
And having grace. We have a lot more grace for each other.
Yeah.
Like I know who I married. I know that his intentions are well-meaning. And so in the moments where things don't necessarily go as planned, or maybe my feelings were hurt, I know that the intention wasn't there. And I have more grace now to understand that and then be able to communicate, hey, I know even though you didn't mean to hurt my feelings in this moment, that it did happen. And then, at the same time, then you can say, like, I hear you.
Yeah.
I understand, and I'm sorry.
Yeah. And I think we'll do another video where we talk about the way we got to that style of communication, where like setting our expectations, like how we got there, and how we got better at communicating, and having more grace and things like that for each other. So until the meantime, we are here in sunny California enjoying our 15th anniversary.
Yep. Sun is burning a hole in my back.
It really is.
It's hot.
Otherwise, we will go ahead and finish up, tell you how we got to the expectations and the
save that
communication, but it's hot.
Well, when we get to our next resort, we're traveling, y'all. Traveling up the coast of California.
Yes. All right. Until next time.